Let's play!
Welcome back to Street Fighter Cross Tekken with me, SuperColdChaos.
You said Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, whatever. We're gonna be fighting Dhalsim.
That's alright, that happens all the time. But yes, Dhalsim, the Indian sort of Mr. Fantastic Arms fighter guy.
I think the proper term is Yoga Indian Warrior or something like that.
Something along those lines. Now,
but yeah, this stage is kind of... Oh, sorry about that.
I was just gonna say what you were gonna say, which is, if you go where you think you should go, which is, you know, right.
Right.
That's not where you go. This stage has been actually called by Capcom employees as a Castlevania-style stage.
And, as I was going to say, this stage is kind of a douchebag, because if you notice on the wall, it actually said that you're supposed to go left instead of right. And, yeah, I guess I can kind of understand why they would call it sort of a Castlevania stage, because it's very much like a maze.
Yes, you don't just go one direction.
Enemies.
You will circle back and you will go around. You don't get any...
In fact...
Yeah, there was the boss door.
Yeah, there he goes. But yeah, a lot of these enemies are very annoying. As you notice, we have these sort of magician guys. They'll teleport above you and circle themselves with energy balls.
It's not bad if you know the strategy to them, but they can sometimes be placed in ways that is just awkward.
Yeah, that's what makes the stage more Mega Man-ish than the first two we saw, because they weren't really so hard. I think this was actually the first stage I died on in my first attempt at this game.
Yeah. Now, I find it really interesting. If you look at like some of the influences for like the enemies and stuff, you can clearly tell that they've done some research on characters and the backgrounds and their nations and everything.
Mm-hmm. And they also have a lot of similar natures to previous Mega Man games. In fact, I think Ryu's stage actually reuses an enemy from Mega Man 1.
Oh.
And of course, if you remember from Crimson Viper's stage, we saw the Sniper Joes, and I think there was the Met Tools on the bikes.
Well, Met Tools and Sniper Joes are a staple, having some version in every game. And I like that they didn't just reuse one, they made their own type of them.
Yeah. And that's what I really like about this game. It is definitely fanfare to Mega Man and Street Fighter fans. It's not just Street Fighter characters done in 8-bit because, oh, let's do that.
I remember actually, Capcom released official artwork of every Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4 character in 8-bit Mega Man form as avatars on the PlayStation. I remember seeing that and just saying, oh, you know, that's kind of nice. You know, like, they are the sprites like this style from this game. I just, you know, I found it interesting after them neglecting Mega Man for so long that there's a glimmer of hope, if you will.
Yeah, just an idea that we might see another Mega Man game outside of, let's just make Mega Man 9 because we need more money.
I wouldn't say Mega Man 9 was for money. Mega Man 9 was definitely because it was, you know, they wanted to go back to the roots. Mega Man 10, on the other hand, that's where you can complain that, because that one came out really soon. Although I really do prefer 10 to 9.
I really need to play 9 and 10.
Oh,
Because I got them for free for being a PlayStation Plus user, and I still have not played those
honestly,
games.
Well, 9 is very much cheap. That's the word everyone uses to describe it, because there's a lot of times where you will die because you walked in a hole that was there but you couldn't see it. You know, stuff like that. Mega Man 10 is very balanced in my opinion. And yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it's kind of dickish having to go up into the corner in order to move on to the actual boss.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's fun stage design, though. That's the thing. It's like, even though it's weird, it's fun, because it's original.
It's very it's very unconventional.
Very much so. Now, this boss here is the prime example of, them doing something that Mega Man 9 and 10 didn't. Mega Man 9 and 10 really used, like, the 8-bit limitations and stuff. If you watch Dhalsim's animations, there's no way some of these could have been replicated in an actual 8-bit game.
And I guess that kind of depends on the person you are, if you would rather stay true to 8-bit style, or if you would actually like something a little bit more complex.
Yeah, so it's like, in Mega Man 9 and 10, they don't do anything that couldn't be played on an NES. Almost. I think there's like maybe one thing. But if you look at his arms and his movements, there's no there's no way an NES would have been able to handle that many sprite changes. Now, Dulcim is actually being called by Capcom employees themselves as one of the hardest bosses. Well,
I can agree with that.
Main 8.
I can agree with that because that Yoga Flame is very dickish.
Oh, indeed.
Because it just goes all over the place. It's very hard to dodge. I think you just have to go crazy with the Mega Buster if you want to be able to avoid that attack.
Can you fire?
Like, see, it covers.
Can you shoot them with the Mega Buster to blow out the flames, if you will?
Yeah.
And from beating him, we get which power?
Well, I mean, it seems kind of obvious. He spent this entire time shooting fireballs at us. It only makes sense that we would get fireball powers.
And every Mega Man game has to have a fireball power of some kind.
Yes, now the interesting thing about the Yoga Inferno is that while it's shooting out, you remain stationary. But when you move up and down on the control pad, you'll actually control the direction of the fire.
So like a whip in Castlevania?
Kind of like a whip in Castlevania 4.
That's the SNES one?
Yes, that's
then
the SNES
I know which one you're
that one
talking
gave you
about,
more,
yes.
Yes, that's the one that gave you more control over the whip. The classic games didn't really give you that kind of control. And so next we have Blanca.
Jimmy.
So I gotta...
That's his
Go
name,
on.
Jimmy.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you an important question, Tanner.
Go ahead.
Would you like some pound cake?
I would like some pound cake.
Probably should have saved that joke for Ryu.
No, I mean, I connected more with, you know...
With Blanca because... Well, I mean, anybody who's seen the Street Fighter Flash collab on Newgrounds probably knows what we're talking about.
Oh, yes. Now, I find the slug enemies to be the only enemy in the game that kind of I don't like design-wise.
I can understand what you mean. When it comes to enemies in Mega Man, there's a very sort of mechanical-ish design. Even the floral enemies in this game seem to have a sort of mechanical-ish design to them.
And they, in my opinion, they really clash with the style because they could honestly be not robot and just random actual animals, which is kind of gruesome.
Well, I mean, considering we're in a jungle.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but... You know, Mega Man isn't supposed to harm anything that's not another robot. It's in the laws of robotics.
Yeah. And there's actually one thing I find kind of interesting. This is one of the few levels where we're underwater. They don't do the classic Mega Man dick move of putting insta-kill spikes on the ceiling.
It's very true, actually. I never noticed that.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, when we get further down, you'll notice that there are absolutely no other water sections in this game.
And then that's probably, there's no Rush Marine, right?
No, there is not.
There you go.
Although we do see one other Rush Power in this game, but it's only for one stage.
I know exactly what you're talking about. For once!
Yeah! Also, I gotta say, these plant enemies are kind of easy to take on. You'd think the lasers would be indestructible, but no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they originated actually from Plant Man's stage in Mega Man 4?
Plant Man. I'm pretty sure Plant Man was from Mega Man 6.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure 6 was the one before the Super Nintendo one, Mega Man 7, and that was the one where they had Plant Man, Centaur Man. I think they had Nightman in that one.
Okay.
I have the Anniversary Collection, so I know a lot about the classic Mega Man characters.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure in Plant Man's stage, they did penetrate bullets and you couldn't stop them, and they fired a lot quicker, too.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I noticed with this game. It's a little easy compared to some of the classic Mega Man games, and I think they were trying to be a little bit more geared towards average players to see how people reacted to Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like, do they really want to see Mega Man come
One
back?
of the reasons why this crossover was important, if you will, was since it's also Street Fighter's 25th anniversary, they really wanted to bring in Street Fighter fans, one of the biggest fan bases from Capcom. And also, did you die on that spike twice?
Not the same spike. I did die in this screen area twice, but I did not die to the same spikes.
You can just slide. Yes,
really?
And then you will slide across.
Oh, well, I'll have to remember that. I actually make it on this try.
Okay.
I don't die one more
So
time.
like I was saying, one of the reasons was they wanted to appeal to Street Fighter fans, one of Capcom's biggest fan bases, to get them onto the Mega Man boat. Because, you know, having a game with Street Fighter characters in it, you know, they might go, oh, you know, Street Fighter characters in it. Much like with the promotions with Monster Hunter that Capcom regularly has, where you can get, like, in-game armor that makes you look like Ken or Cammy.
Yeah, they tend to do that with video games nowadays. They give you skins and alternate costumes that make you look like other characters. Like, I think it's Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 is going to have a pre-order bonus where you can get an outfit that makes Naruto look like Goku.
Yep, and before that, actually, Luffy in One Piece Unlimited Adventure, or Unlimited Cruise, one of the Unlimited games, had a Toriko costume. Toriko is another one of Shonen Jump's really big franchises right now. It beat out Bleach in the Big Four. Yeah,
Really?
since Bleach...
It's been a while since I've last read Bleach.
Me too, but I've been excited for Project vs. J, which is Jump Ultimate Stars, but on the PS3.
Nice.
I know, it sounds good. I love me a crossover, and that's why we're playing this game.
I was kind of expecting the next Jump Ultimate Stars game to be on 3DS.
It's
But hey, PlayStation 3 is good.
yeah, I mean it's not gonna be on Xbox. I mean, we know that. But I don't know who's doing it, but it looks to play like the Ultimate Ninja games.
That's good. I really like the Ultimate Ninja games.
Exactly, they're very good, even if you're not a Naruto fan. But let's get back on topic. We're fighting Blanca.
Blanca.
As you'd expect, he's weak to fire because, he's actually part plant.
Really?
That's the reason why he's green, because he was in the jungle for so long that he started absorbing the chlorophyll from the plants.
I kind of figured it was going to be like the Street Fighter 2 movie where he was like a human, but then genetic experiments turned him into that monster.
No, that's one of the stories, but not the canon one. The canon one is he's just a boy named Jimmy who was abandoned and left in the forest to live on his own. And in the forest, he grew to be a wild man who's green because of the chlorophyll. And the reason he can use his electric powers is because he ate lots of electric eels, because that's how biology works, kids.
Yeah, it's video game logic. So anyways, after this, we will be seeing you next time on Street Fighter Cross Mega Man.
See ya!